Alright, hello everyone, Internet Tomato here with a new mic. I'm still sick, but I am feeling a lot better. I wanted to make this for a couple of reasons. For one, I wanted to test out the audio, so for those of you who are, following me and stuff and paying attention to my videos, I would really appreciate it if you do comment as to whether I sound too loud, too quiet. Also, I'm going to be doing a little bit in the game, so whether you'd prefer the audio in the game to be louder or quieter, this video is important for that, for the future playthrough next week. Oh my goodness, it's so soon. It's just crazy. How did we get to this? Ah, man. But anyways, the new mic just came in today, like an hour ago. So I set it up. I realized very quickly that it was very sensitive, and I could totally do ASMR with this mic, honestly. But I'm not gonna do that. Oh man! But it also would pick up the clicking from my mouse. It's not as bad anymore. It might happen once or twice in the video. I hope that's all it'll do. I've tried to fix it with like settings and stuff. But anyways, the other thing I wanted to do was go over the character that you guys helped me pick in the post like from 2 weeks ago or something like that. So you guys, it was a 60-40 split. 60% wanted me to do a trader summoner, where it was a caravan hand from Farshire, I believe was the idea. And then the other one was a disgraced nobleman from Camelot. So, and then that one would be two-handed, heavy armor, and throwables. That would essentially be his playstyle. I decided I'm going to mix the two a little bit. So I haven't leveled up yet. I used an origin potion. I have a handful left. But I think what I'm going to be doing is he is going to be two-handed, but he's not going to do heavy armor. Because of the summoner build and needing mana and stuff like that, I think I'm still going to use light armor. Yeah. So just so you're aware, I guess. In terms of endurance, I'd want a little bit because I want to make sure I have enough health, because I am going to be in the fray. I'm going to take one dexterity at the moment just because of certain items required for you to have dexterity. And since I'm going two-handed, right, obviously I'm going to have a ton of strength. Currently I'm saying 15 because the highest threshold I saw for an item is 15 in this game. There might be one higher, I just haven't seen it yet. So this is just a placeholder. We're going to see how it goes. In 1.0, things will likely be different. Spirituality needs to be fairly high. I don't know the exact amount. And then same thing with practicality. This also needs to be fairly high. Tens might be fine, in my view. If my guy is a disgraced nobleman as well as a caravan hand, I kind of view him as someone also having perception, because perception in this game also acts kind of like insight, like in Dungeons and Dragons. Like for those of you who've played that or games like that, being able to tell when something is wrong when talking to a person. And since both of the character archetypes have the idea of them being a little bit more kind of social, or in terms of perception, the caravan hand would, he'd probably be the type of guy that he has to stay up in the night to watch the cart, whatever he's doing. So it kind of makes sense that he'd have perception as well. So this is currently my idea. The throwaway stats are going to be dexterity and endurance because they don't exactly fit in with what I'm imagining. But if I grab it, it's because, hey, I need more health, or like, hey, I really want to equip an item, so I'm going to grab dexterity. But everything else kind of does build into it. And after that, right, the next least important is perception. And strength I'm only going to be increasing in order to hit those thresholds. And then besides that, as long as I hit those high thresholds for whatever two-handed weapon, then it's just going to be spirituality and practicality that I'm going to be focusing on. So that's currently my idea. Now, I might change this if you guys have a better idea, or if you have a thought, go ahead and tell me. I'm very open to that kind of stuff. I like when people give suggestions and have ideas, because I like pivoting and trying to think, oh, how can I fix this and that? I don't know if I'm even going to go into this because this is going to take me forever to figure out. But there are a lot of good things. I also learned something with this Invocations of Might, as it says each point in spirituality increases your summon's max health and damage by 5%, but increases summon spell mana cost by 7%. I thought that meant that your what do they call it? The mana reserved was increased by 7%, but it's just the straight up cost. So this was not nearly as, because I was afraid this was going to be really bad. Whereas you're gonna be like, oh, that means I can only take 2 characters. That would be awful. Yeah. So, oh wait, whoops, I don't want those because I don't use mana if I'm doing this build. Yeah, reduce the mana reserve cost for summons. I can take whoever, taking maximum. Each summon increases spell power. I don't care about that, but I need that. Whenever someone dies, I want that. Restores health. Your summon gains health regeneration equal to 10% of your mana regeneration. That is fantastic, because then I don't have to keep summoning and summoning. I learned that pretty quickly in my tests with this guy. Whenever a summon dies, your other summons gain speed, attack speed. That's fantastic. Whenever you deal a killing blow, your summons regain 10% max health, and their physical damage is increased. I mean, it's not, you know, the most amazing thing in the world, but I'll take it. So this is probably what I'm going to be doing. I mean, this is all the summoner stuff, right? There is stuff in general that I could take, mainly just like the increasing max mana. And I did not realize whether your max health is increased by 10% of your max mana. I think that's this number, because they already account in the game, like in your stats, as to the mana reserve, right? So if I back out of this, right, you'll see on the bottom left that is my max mana, right? The, you know, more vivid light blue, that is my new max mana. Everything else, when it says that mana is reserved, what it's doing is reducing your max mana. So I'm pretty sure that amazing skill that I had in my playthrough does not work in the same way. I'm pretty sure that this will just increase my health by 2 and not like 15-ish as it, you know, would otherwise. But yeah, so I could increase the max mana. I think I need to do it once just in case Brock dies, or whatever his name, my big guy dies. When I play the game, from what I've seen in the on the Steam page with the achievements, there is mention of a summoned wolf being part of the achievement, like summon a wolf that kills a wolf. So I have not seen a summon wolf skill as far as I'm aware. So that to me means more than likely you're going to be able to summon a handful of animals, like, you know, wolves and bears, if I had to guess. So there's likely there's probably a variety, and I wouldn't be too shocked if some of them are quite expensive. Like maybe you can summon a bear, but it, you know, costs like 100 mana. So if that's the case, I'm probably going to go all the way in with this mana battery. In terms of my two-handed weapon stuff, some of this was good, some of this wasn't as good. I mean, I would definitely grab this just for an extra 10% damage, and I definitely do some of that stuff, right? Reduce cost of heavy attacks. I would definitely be doing that because I need to make sure I can, you know, attack continually without something bad. The other thing I did realize is that I could easily imagine myself running out of stamina. So I'm probably going to be delving into this tree as well. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be building it, but sorry, excuse me. But I will be going into it somewhat. So I'm going to be going into the stamina, going to be going into the two-handed. The spirituality is going to be over there, general buffs, and then practicality. We are going to be going into trading. I did see some interesting things here. Obviously, selling items is 10% more profitable. That's the equivalent of getting a practicality point in terms of making more money. I probably am going to do a few of these if I am planning on being a trader, which I don't know exactly what my goal is going to be in terms of money, but I am aware that there are like multiple things that you can buy that's very expensive. So due to that, maybe my goal is just to buy every house and just buy everything. But anyways, yeah, but there is other stuff here that I thought was interesting. 50% chance to recycle a resource when crafting. That's very nice. You can craft arrows at a campfire. That's You can craft weapons and items at a yeah, that's okay. But crafted items have reduced weight by 1. I do like that. So I definitely would be going for that at some point. And also, you no longer craft weak items. I love that, I think. However, if I am being a crafter anyways, this might not even matter. Because if my skill is high enough, like, I'm not going to craft weak items because I have a super high skill. Like that just can't happen at that point. So I have been a little bit back and forth about that stuff. There's stuff relating to fishing, crafting food. I don't. This doesn't really matter to me. Like crafting an additional food, I don't think that that's gonna really help. Potions require less alcohol. I mean, this might help you increase the effectiveness of potions faster. So that's the only reason I might take that. That's the only thing I could really think as to why I might want to do that, because then I could get strong health potions a lot easier, and also, like, you know, +1s, +2s and stuff. Yeah, ethereal fuel, I mean, maybe I'd do that at some point in the, like, really late game. I'm fine with just confirming that, because this is just, you know, showing you stuff. But yeah, currently that is the idea. In Perception, there wasn't really anything I thought I would really get into. But yeah, I mean, I have 12 available points. I'd probably, I mean, whatever, I'll just do it. I'd probably do that, and then I'd probably go into strength and just increase my two-handed in various ways. So yeah, that is my idea with how I would build this out. I mean, I'd probably just do all that stuff. I was considering lifesteal. Since I will be in the front, I might want to have lifesteal. There was something that I did like. Critical damage, stun. Yeah, group attacks. Was it this one then? It's the same enemy. Okay, maybe I'm forgetting. I could just be forgetting. Oh well, I was thinking I was probably going to eventually get this. But yeah, let's just grab that lifesteal. All right. So this is currently the idea of the build. I do have Big Bonk. I think that's the name of it. Yes, Big Bonk. Also, let's put on my hat. But yeah, yeah. So I have Big Bonk, and I have all my friends. I thought I would go out and kind of show you how well these guys do in a fight, just if you guys were kind of curious. But the thing is, this is incredibly subject to change, because this is not version 1.0. Things are going to be changing pretty radically. I'm trying to think of where there's a fight. Oh, well, there's things over there. Excuse me, guys, you're really in the way. In the way. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's see how Big Bonk does. That went well. Okay, he just didn't even care. Well, I don't mind. All right, let's go find an actual group of enemies. I know that they're in that direction, from what I can recall, because there are drowns over here. By the way, I don't intend this to be longer than like 15-20 minutes. But yeah, we're just going to go over here, and then you guys can see them have some fun. I went over to the Sunken Village already. I would have gone there and just walked through. But sadly, I already did it recently in this game. I guess I could have just slept and slept and slept. But I didn't think of it. But anyway, in terms of the character, I do have a couple of ideas, so I might explain it in part 1 of version 1.0. But currently, my idea is that he would, I mean, just to couple the two that you guys voted on, would be that this character is a disgraced nobleman because of his fascination with necromancy. Does he still have health? I guess so. Okay. Alright, well, they can handle it. Alright. But yeah. Yeah, they're just okay. I mean, they are pretty good. I don't really have to do much when they're around. Like, they make it really easy in that way. But anyway. Yeah, so my idea is that the character would be a disgraced nobleman because he was delving into necromancy. Also, I'm going to give him a name from the board game. Oh, level 40. Specifically, he's named after one of the main characters in The Last Knight, who was, I think he's my favorite character in the board game, named Sloane. But Sloane was part of the house of what was it? Roish. So it kind of sounds like Roach, but it's kind of like Ro and then sh, right? So it's Roish. But anyway, so that's probably gonna be his name, Roish. But yeah, that's my current thought. And yeah, he was part of a noble house. He got disgraced for necromancy, ended up escaping to Farshire, where he was not condemned, either because he was just simply on the run, or because it was a little bit more okay in the further west. I mean, Timberwall would be more okay with necromancy, I would imagine. But I'm probably going to be saying Farshire, just because it's not too far in the world. So it's not like he would have no knowledge of this place. But yeah, that's currently the idea of his background and his backstory. Oh, let's see how well I can hit a bear. That's not that much. A little disappointed. But the good news is they kind of obliterated him. I did lose an undead though. Which one is it? Is it left or right? Alright, but yeah, that's all I pretty much wanted to go over with you guys. I think that I'm good. Yeah, so just, yeah, be sure to comment about the audio and how it's going, if I can improve in one way or the other, and also the audio of the game, whether you think it should have been louder or quieter. But yeah, where did it go? I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter where that thing went. I guess the one thing I did not do that I could do is just talk to somebody for a second so you could hear their voice, but honestly I don't know if you really need to hear it to know. Because right, if the game just in general is too low or too high, the voice volume will likely be the same. But yeah. Anyways, guys, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so much. Like, when I was last on here, I had about 25 less subscribers. Like, what is going on with you? I love all of you guys. You're all so awesome. I really do appreciate all of you, and I do hope to see, like, you know, those same people from the first, well, technically the second playthrough of Tainted Grail again. I would love to see you guys, and also I do hope those are now interested in my King Arthur game will transfer over to this, because like Flip Flop, him in particular, he's been keeping me going with that, and yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be ending the video, but I will be going into photo mode. Poor corpse, I'll steal from him. Alright, let's go into photo mode and end it. Me and Big Bonk. Look at that. Look at Big Bonk. It's just crazy. That is nuts. That is nuts. I'm surprised it doesn't actually break. Like, see how thin it is in the middle? Like, yeah, I don't know. You hit something hard enough. Like, if you hit a rock repeatedly, that's probably going to snap. But anyways, guys, yeah, please leave a comment about the audio as to how I can improve, or if you think it sounds fine, you know, then great. And yeah, I'm probably going to either record the audio for the lore video today or tomorrow. It depends on how I'm feeling about the current audio when I release it, like of this video, as well as if I feel like I'm still too nasally, because I am nasally. So I don't know, I might wait one more day or two, which I'd hate to do, but I might. Anyway, yeah, please leave a comment, please leave a like, please subscribe if you haven't already, if you've been following me and all. And yeah, I missed you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the version 1.0 playthrough. It is insane. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys have a great day.